He's over there.
Venice? You are on his mind every second that he's away.
I don't intend to agree to that.
Viki, we have to.
He's right, honey.
No, it's wrong. You want the kidnappers to get away with this?
What we want Pa back safely.
And you have no guarantee of that, $5 million or no $5 million. Oh, for heaven's sakes. The police have experience in these matters. What can you do, and what do you know about Venice?
Sweetheart, we can call the police in on this anytime. Now, the thing is, I agree with Bo. I think you should go over there and scout around.
Oh.
Maybe talk to the kidnappers, just see what you can find out.
And the next thing you'll tell me is that you're going with them. You two cowboys are going to ride off and rescue your father. You Buchanans, you seem to think there's absolutely nothing in the world you can't handle all alone. And, of course, all this talk is not making any difference, is it?
I would appreciate it if you would just concentrate on the $5 million. All right? Getting that much money together in 1 week, now, that's going to be real hard.
Mm-hmm. Especially without arousing suspicion. It's going to have to be done very carefully. Don't you worry about that. We'll do it. You just, you get going.
This is so crazy. You both warned Asa he was going to make new enemies.
Yes, honey, but Asa being Asa, he just wouldn't listen.
And Becky, poor Becky.
Well, that's the reason we want to get him back here safely, so they can start a life together again. All right? Look, I got to get going, all right? I'll keep in touch with y'all if I hear about anything. Just keep in touch with me about the ransom money.
You got it. You keep out of trouble.
You know me.
Yes, that's exactly why I brought it up. Now, damn it, Bo, you stay safe.
What about Dee?
I will. I'm going to call Dee right now when I go up to change. I'm going to tell her to keep this whole thing a secret, too, even from her own family. So if she's in the hospital for a week with them damn mumps, she's not going to really miss me, you know, have to disappear. So look out for Becky. I know you will.
Take care. Oh.
Well, that was awfully nice of Bo not to mention the fact that if we'd listened to him in the first place, Paul would still be here.
What are you talking about?
Honey, Bo wanted us to call Pa the minute we found out that Becky was safe.
I forgot about that. Yes, it was very nice of him. Well, I suppose we'd better get to work, raising $5 million.
I have never stopped loving you.
And I'll never stop loving you.
You going to count this again?
No, I'm sure we got it right. All right. This, added to what we put in the safe this morning, should give us just over $5 million. All we have to do is figure out how to get it there.
Why don't we just take it to Mr. Carroll and ask him to set up an account in Switzerland that Bo can draw on?
There's a lot of red tape involved with something like this. Besides, I think he's obligated to report it to the IRS.
Of course he is, but by the time the IRS gets around to doing anything about it, Asa will have long since been freed. Well, maybe we can convince them to let us turn the money over to them here in the States.
That's a possibility, but there's no way to know until they get in touch with us, or unless Bo does. You know, I should probably give him a call and let him know that we pulled the money together and he can move on this as soon as he hears from them.
Sweetheart, wait a minute. Don't you think we should use the private line in the bedroom in case little ears are eavesdropping?
Good thinking. Ready cash on hand for his drilling operation.
Good.
So, when Bo returns the call, somebody's going to have to get on a plane for Venice and have the cash on him.
I suppose you have already decided that someone is you.
You got a better idea? Hey, sweetheart, taking $5 million out of the country is going to be a little sticky. You have to declare the amount in customs, and there's going to be a lot of questions. Now, who do we know that we can ask to do something like that?
Maybe that's Bo.
I hope. Buchanan. Yes, Briggs. No, we're on our way. Hold off on that till I get a chance to read the story. Yeah, bye.
You have to wait for me just a minute. I have to get my coat.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Hi. Where are you off to?
The office.
Tina, you going to be around for a while?
Yeah, I think so. Have you heard anything about your father?
No, but we left word for Bo to call us. Would you switch the call over to the office at the Banner?
Sure. Tina, I still don't know how you found out that Asa had been kidnapped. But I have to remind you that this has to be kept in strictest confidence. Asa's very life could depend on it.
I understand. I won't be the worst.
Good girl.
So are you going to be home soon?
I don't know. It depends on whether or not there's a crisis in the picture. Let's go on.
I'm of this transgression again.
That I am
When I say that I am most heartily sorry for what I did. Indeed, if there is any way that you can use the considerable financial resources I have left you to make amends on my behalf, I hope you will do so. My dear daughter, I committed a most grievous transgression against someone very close to you. Someone no to blame, because the responsibility...
Sure you can handle it?
Don't worry, I've done plenty of courier work for Senator Charlton before.
Well, we're very grateful to the senator. I really don't know who else could have helped us get this much money out of the country.
Well, Italian customs may be another matter.
No problem. Senator has contacts there, too.
And you'll get the money into Bo's hands in Venice.
Before you know it.
If something should happen, something unexpected.
I'm, ready for that, too.
Would you mind waiting outside for a minute?
Sure thing.
I still think I should be delivering this myself.
What, do you have doubts about the courier?
No, honey, it's not that. He's one of Senator Charlton's most trusted people. He's proven himself over and over.
Well, then what are you worried about?
It's my father that's in trouble, honey. I just want to be there, you know.
Oh, darling, I understand that, but I'm sure you understand how foolish that would be. Bo was already there, and if the press got wind of the fact that you were going too, then they'd know for sure something was up. Now, look, there's already a lot of suspicion around because Asa hasn't come flying home to be with Becky.
I know, you're right. You're right. It's just I'd like to get my own two hands on those kidnappers.
I'm sure you would.
Well, we can't do that. I don't have that option, do I? We have to play their game for Ace's sake.
Excuse me. Yes, Joanne. Tim? Of course, put her on. Tim?
Hi, Mrs. Buchanan. I'm sorry to trouble you at the office.
Oh, no trouble. It's not.
Well, I was debating whether to call you or not, but Kevin was quite upset earlier.
About what?
Well, we had a little scene here with Tina before.
With Tina?
I walked into the library and found her yelling at Kevin, calling him a liar. He seemed very frightened, cried for a long time.
What was it about?
I really don't know. Well, when I asked, she began getting nasty with me, telling me that she was too busy to discuss it, and that I should just take Kevin to his room.
This is absolutely outrageous. Is Kevin all right?
Oh, yes, he's fine now. He's upstairs playing with Joey.
All right. Okay, I don't want to disturb him if he's all right. I'll straighten this out when I get home. But thank you very much for calling me and for letting me know. Goodbye.
Tina?
I don't know what has got into her. Now she's gone and upset Kevin over something.
What?
I don't know. It's probably something absolutely trivial. It doesn't matter. The point is, she seems bent on making herself less and less welcome in our house.
We've done everything we can from this end, followed all their instructions. All we can do now is wait.
Have you spoken to Bo?
No, we can't seem to connect. That's why I don't know what's going on.
You called his hotel?
Yes, and he's called me a couple of times. He called in the hospital, not knowing that I'd been discharged. And then he called me at home when I wasn't there. He had a great conversation with my dad, but as far as he and I talking...
You do realize that he's spending a lot of time trying to track down Asa.
Yeah, that's why I'm worried. If he's over there doing something foolish or something dangerous,
Edie, he's not. Now, we have to play this thing according to their game plan, their rules, and he's not going to do anything to jeopardize himself or Asa. So, yeah, I think I'll run on down to the newsroom and see what's going on down there. You girls can spend some more time together.
See you later.
Look, Viki, I have something to tell you, and I really think the best way to go about this is just to be open and frank with you.
Thank you very much.
I frequently keep confidential papers on my desk, and I don't like anyone sitting here.
All right? Well, listen, what I wanted to talk to you...
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine what you want. You somehow overheard Kim's telephone conversation with me, and you've come here to try and extricate yourself.
I didn't overhear anything. And for your information, I have already apologized to Kim, and I just wanted to explain something to you.
Apologies are fine, Tina, but you have absolutely no right to treat my child that way, no matter what the reason.
All right. All right, I should not have yelled at him. I'm sorry. Vicky, those kids love me. And I love them, too. Unless you just don't trust my judgment anymore.
There's a lot about you I don't trust anymore.
Oh?
I don't understand it. It's like you're a whole different person.
All right. All right, there might be some truth to that.
Well, whatever it is, you have been taking entirely too many liberties in my house.
I have just as much a right to be there as you do.
This is impossible. I don't have time to argue with you.
Look, Vicky, all I want to do is talk to you. You see, that's the whole point. We have to talk. We have to communicate.
Can't you see that I'm at my wit's end here? If you and I can't live in the same house together, I refuse to allow you to come here and upset me at work. Please go away.
All right. All right, I gave you the benefit of the doubt. But you talk about trusting me. You know, I should have known better than to ever try to trust you.
Go away, please, go away.
I should have known better, Vicky. That's all I have to say.
Not another argument.
It's getting so we can't be in the same room together. When things calm down a bit, I'm just going to have to speak to her about moving someplace else.
Eyes open. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to come upstairs and give you a kiss and tuck you in a few minutes. And if you're still awake, which I doubt, I'll read your story. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Kim, I'd like to keep Kevin here just for a few minutes. I want to talk to him, and I'll bring him up.
Sure. Come along now.
Good night, son. I love you. Well, I understand you and Tina had a bit of a disagreement today,
She yelled at me.
I know she did, sweetheart, and I'm sorry about that. I think she's very sorry, too. She feels embarrassed. I guess sometimes adults just don't have the patience they should have, right? Can you tell me what she yelled at you for?
Well, when I saw the bookcase open, she started getting mad at me. Happened.
Come over here. Maybe you can explain this to me. Do you mean... was it, well, that you saw a space in here that the books fell apart?
The whole wall moved. I could see right behind here.
As if the wall swung open, then. Well, let's give it a try.
Try it.
Honey, it doesn't move.
Not lying.
I know you're not lying, sweetheart. I never meant to say that you were, and I think it was very wrong of Tina to accuse you of lying. I do think that you have a very vivid imagination. Now, you know what that is, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what. Stand here a second. Sometimes we see and we hear things in our mind that aren't really there. Understand? I mean, these are things that seem very, very real to us, but nobody else can see them or hear them. It's sort of like you and Joey. You play with the lonesome cowboy, right? But he's not really there. He doesn't exist, does he?
No.
Right. I think that's probably what happened this afternoon. In your mind, you saw an image of the bookcase opening and probably closing, right? But it didn't really happen.
No.
You don't look entirely convinced.
I saw it open.
Come here. You know something? I believe you. I really believe that you saw that bookcase open and close. But I think you saw it in your mind. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That happens to people all the time. We're always running around thinking we're seeing and hearing things that aren't there. Right? Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Mr. Kevin Francis Riley Buchanan. What was the story Daddy was reading to you the other night? Wasn't it Alibaba and the 40 Thieves?
Yeah.
Oh. Do you remember what Alibaba said? Open sesame. And what happened when he said that? The wall opened. You've been carrying that around in your imagination. You've been dying to see a wall move.
Yeah.
I guess that must be it then, don't you think?
Yeah.
I think so, too.
Oh, Clint. Thank you. Oh, how can I ever thank you for reading Alibaba to the kids?
I tell you what. Let's go upstairs. We'll see if Joey's asleep. And if he's not, I'm going to read you another story and start all kinds of new things happening in your imagination. You wrote this letter, Tina? Or you had somebody write it for you? Very clever having the paper yellowed.
Vicky, how can you say that to me? He is my father, too. It's not my fault. You think I want that dirty old man to be my father?
He was not a dirty old man, and he was not your father.
Well, have the handwriting analyzed. That'll prove it to you. It'll prove to you that he's my father, too.
It's ludicrous why I ever let you back in this house.
This is a deathbed confession of sin. But you never got it before. But now that you have it, what are you going to do? Daddy was depending on your fairness. Daddy wants me to have my fair share.
Stop calling him Daddy.
All right. All right, I'll call him Father. But the point is that he wants me to have part of everything you called your own all these years.
You deserve nothing. Just as that tramp, your mother, deserves nothing. I suppose so. You think this is a civilized conversation?
Yeah, I feel awful about this argument we had in your office and about yelling at Kevin earlier.
Are you going to apologize to him?
Of course. I'll do it right now.
No, they're asleep right now. Don't do it now.
I really am sorry. Did you talk to him?
Yes. We had a little conversation about imagination, which is something you should have had with him rather than yelling at him.
Well, he was so insistent about this darn bookcase moving, I didn't know what to say to him. Vicky, I love Kevin. And I love Joey, too. I also love you, Vicky. I don't know why we're arguing all the time. How come we can't just talk anymore? It's really gotten to be just too much.
I agree. Tell me something. What was that remark you made as you stormed out of my office today? Something about giving me the benefit of the doubt.
Well, I wanted to talk to you reasonably about Kevin, and then you just started to snarl at me.
I had reason to snarl.
All right, here we go. I don't know why we just can't communicate anymore.
Neither do I.
I suppose you think it's all my fault.
Same as you think it's all my fault, sweetheart. Quite frankly, I think the only solution to this is for you to move someplace else.
No, I can't. Vicky, I don't want to dig into my trust fund, and the only work I have is working on this anniversary issue.
Let me finish, all right? David and Jenny are going to Europe very, very soon. And the garage apartment will be empty. Now, you've seen it. You know it's very lovely, and you can certainly live there rent-free. I have no intention of tossing you out.
Well, that's very nice of you, but will I still be welcome here, or do I have to always work out of my apartment?
No, and you can feel free to come here and dine with us when you wish. But I really do think it would be a lot better for us if we were not so constantly around each other.
You're right. Maybe we can get to be friends again. I miss that. Now, David and Jenny's apartment would be perfect. It's very generous on you. Thank you.
Oh, have to go and meet Clint for dinner at the press box. I'll see you later.
Well, have a good time. Good morning, Kevin. Are you still worried about those bookshelves moving? Listen, Kevin, I'm real sorry for yelling at you earlier. I feel real bad about it. I really didn't mean to do it. I promise never to do it again.
Weeknights at 7.